Welcome back, APCSA students. We're on the last one. Woohoo! All right, this is the Redact method in the string array methods class using the string array tester. So just like in legal documents and also things that are secure documents where they'd have to redact certain words that are for security purposes or to maintain someone's privacy. It's kind of that kind of concept. So this is certainly a trivial example of it, but in here we're actually this is going to be very similar to one of the other methods in that we're looking for something in the array. So we're looking for something in the word, in each word in the array. So when I get cartoons out of this array and I find AR, I want to redact that word with all the X's. Now, of course, you wouldn't do that in a legal document, but the concept is the same, that if I'm finding certain things, I want to clear that word out. So here cars has an R in it, so that's going to be redacted as well. Cell phones is fine, trees is fine, barns will be redacted, houses won't. For the second example, we're going to call it with the animals array, and this time we're going to redact anything with an S. So that's going to result in everything being marked out. So we can look in the original file there at the very last set of output, and we can see all those X's over top of those words that had the particular thing we were looking for in that moment. And again, what decides what we are looking for to redact is when you hunt and you find the call to the method, the array that gets passed, and the string literal that it is looking for in all those string values. So this is very similar to, I think it was count all with. Yeah, contains it anywhere. So I'm actually going to copy this and see if I can alter it and And you could have done that with any of these, all of these. It's often a good way to start. So I don't need to count anything, and it's a void method, so I don't need to return anything. So I know all this counter is going to go away. I can go ahead and just get rid of it all. But I've got my loop here. I've pulled my string out, and what I have here is where it's looking for that index. So remember, we got the string element out of the array, then we got the index of where this target is in the array, is in the string element, and anything greater than or equal to 0 indicates that that substring is in the L string somewhere. And if I get a -1 for this value, then that indicates it's not in there. That substring is not in the L string anywhere. So we're storing the integer value that is returned from index of into this variable and then evaluating that variable. So greater than or equal means target is found in the word L. So we put the word from the array into L for element. And we could just say is found in L, but that's the thing from the array. If I find it, that's when I want to clear it out. So always to change the array, I need to give the array name and the index that I want to change. And it just said 5 X's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there we go. Whatever was there is now being replaced. And we can always see if we did it right. I know I always do them right in the video the first time. I just have a lot of practice. So, you can always have little things off. Having this be greater than 0, I'm not sure we'd actually see an error in the output. I don't know. Let's see. So sometimes you have logic errors. Oh, yeah. It didn't catch this S. So I mean, sometimes that can bring up a learning opportunity. There's an S here. Why didn't it find that S? Well, it finds the first S. So this index for strings finds the first occurrence of target. So it found the first S, and the first S was at index 0. So this had a value of 0, and because this no longer included 0, it skipped this. So sometimes, though, you'll have a logic error and you don't actually see it in the tester because maybe your test cases aren't good enough. But this is another one where we are actually changing Ray. So if I am back in here, notice I am printing the things array after I've called the method, and the things array was actually changed. So we have two examples in here where we are changing the things array by passing it. And then we have one example here where we called a method that returned a whole new array and we stored it somewhere else. All right, I think that is it. If you made it this far, I don't know, celebrate. Give yourself a pat on the back. Nice job. Hope you learned some things. Happy coding.